Many, many years ago, a minister wrote a book in which he shared in the book, it was about Jerusalem, that the Israelis were planning to do some type of a military attack in the country of Persia, or the country of Iran as we call it today, because of the development of nuclear weapons, the enrichment of uranium and things of that nature. And I remember, and we're talking now, this has been years ago, this may have been 15 years ago or so. So this discussion on Israel becoming involved in an attack, perhaps missiles or planes, they actually have the ability to, inside the country itself, do hacking attacks, which they've done on many occasions, that shut down certain things, create certain viruses. So it doesn't look like it's going to go into the level of hacking or viruses, at least at this point. And let me explain to you why, after all these years, this may be the big moment that people have been suggesting is going to happen, and it will be a part. It is not. And I want to make this very clear. It is not Ezekiel 38 and 39. You have a lot of people coming on the internet saying, is this it? Is this Ezekiel 38? No, because in Ezekiel 38, you have Togarmah and you have Libya and you got all these countries that's going to be involved in the Ezekiel 38 and 39 war. And this is nothing like that. However, in Ezekiel 38, it says that I will, talking about Persia, I'll bring you down and then pull you back and then put a hook in your jaw. So something is going to happen that's going to cause them to move first, then go back up, and then eventually God himself will put the hook in the jaw and pull the nations together in that battle of the Gog of Magog war, mentioned in Ezekiel chapter 38 especially, but also 39. So let me stick with the subject here. Now, the reason we know that something must be getting ready to happen is because that the United States is beginning to move people out of embassies in some of the Gulf states and embassies in Iraq. And actually, they're beginning to even, at the city of Jerusalem, they're beginning to do some activities there at the embassy, which is located in Jerusalem, which goes to show me that something is definitely planned. And by the time you see this, it may have already happened. But I go back to something I said many years ago in my book, The Visions. If you don't have the book called The Vision, you can order it from our ministry, but it might be well to read that because so much stuff is beginning to take place and happening, and possibilities of happening of that was seen years ago, that the Holy Spirit revealed through some visions and some very vivid dreams. But one of those is the nuclear towers that spin, and that doesn't mean the tower itself is attacked, but it means a war happening involving nuclear. There's no other way of the Lord showing you something nuclear except with those cooling towers, and then you knew at that point it had reference to nuclear, at least I did in the vision the Lord gave me. But whatever happens in this vision begins to affect markets. Markets become shaken a little bit. And I saw that happen. I saw two trees that once this attack took place that were bleached completely white, completely bleached white. And in the book of Daniel, King Nebuchadnezzar was identified as that great tree that was growing, and the watcher or the angel in the vision came down and cut the tree down but left the stump in the earth. So trees, the righteous are called trees of righteousness, we're like palm trees. So trees can represent people. So there's two, this is how I look at it, either two nations or there's two people. As a result of where this goes, they were bleached completely white. The tree was completely white. It wasn't dead in the sense of falling over on the ground. It was still in the earth, but it was completely white, which could mean that as a result of this, maybe this is the after result or the repercussions of what takes place. I do know Israel has to be concerned with radiation getting out and things of that nature, but I also had a vision of what it looked like an EMP, electromagnetic pulse bomb, being used to cut off electricity, and it was over some oil, it wasn't a refinery, it was an oil storage facility somewhere near a coast. And so I'm not saying that all of those particular things that we've seen are going to happen at this moment, because this could be a progressive thing of this happens, then retaliation, and this happens. But I do know that there is no way possible that the Persians or the Iranians should ever get a hold of nuclear weapons, because they have threatened to use them. They have in Persia or Iran, they have apocalyptic Islam, which is very strong about that they have a part of prophecy to fulfill for the end days and for the time of the end to bring about the Mahdi. If you've not ever read our book on Unleashing the Beast, that goes into detail. This was written before anybody else was really talking about this Mahdi and this Islamic connection. This was written in the 90s, and it is so practical right now. I mean, it's not prophecy back then. It was telling you what would happen in the future. And man, is this ever happening? So a lot of the things that we've been sharing with you in messages over the years in some of our big conferences, the main event, which happens in October, the Prophetic Summit, usually in April. The reason we do these is we bring you the things that the Lord tells us while we're praying, these months of prayer. I do not put everything on YouTube, and I'll tell you the truth, I don't put everything on Manifest. There are things we leave out, and when you come to a conference, that's where all of our speakers are told, unleash what you have, share everything. And so I do want to tell you that I do believe that we're going to see some things in the next short period of time. What level it will go to is yet to be seen. Will there be retaliations and all that type of thing? Yet to be seen. So I think that this is a time that the Bible talks about perilous times coming, and this is one of those times that we need to be very sensitive to God, very much in prayer. And let me just think about what I'm about to say. When I say apocalyptic times, these are times that are predicted by the prophets, the apostles, and by Jesus in the Bible. And it's an amazing time actually to be living. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my ear to the ground, so to speak. I'm going to keep informed with the people that inform us of different things. And if something begins to break out, you need to follow us, especially on our YouTube channel, our Facebook, Perry Stone Ministries Facebook page. The one with the blue check there is ours. And I'll keep up with you the best that I can. And once again, there are some things. In fact, I'm preparing the messages for the main event, and there are 4 messages. One, it's amazing how I've lived this long and have never seen this. It's going to be it's going to be an explosive message at the main event. Someone said, well, tell us about it. No, I'm not going to do that. When people take the time and make the effort to come to these meetings and be a part, and they're coming into town, they're staying into town, I want to especially minister to those people. Now, I know a lot of people can't do that. I understand that. But I want to have and keep what we're going to share for those people who have made the effort to come and be a part. And we appreciate so many of you that are able to do that, and that you do that in these meetings. October 7th through the 11th will be our next main event that's coming in the Omega Center International in Cleveland, Tennessee. So let's just kind of see where this is going. It should be very quick when all this begins to unfold, and it'll happen pretty swift. It may stretch out for a while, but we'll just have to see what happens with it. But there's no way Persia can get a nuclear bomb. I mean, the danger of that country, of all countries, having nuclear weapons, one terrorist, it gets in their hands, and then it's going to be a complete mess in that part of the world. So just stay informed. We'll keep you informed the best we can, and always keep watching to the end. There's usually something special that we share with you. And thank you for your time.
God has reserved the revelation of many prophetic mysteries for the time of the end, a time when knowledge shall increase. Daniel declared, "None of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." This powerful truth is what inspires us to host an annual prophetic summit, bringing together America's leading speakers and revelators, all gifted in discerning and interpreting end-time events. The 2025 Summit featured 14 powerful services with 7 prophetic leaders that Perry Stone is now making available to you in this special Manifest TV offer. When you order, you'll experience these 5 insightful messages from Perry. Is Trump a reformer leading a great American reset? Feasting on the wrong blood, Christians that are fellowshipping with demons. Why is God shaking churches and ministries before the rapture? The Vision, chastisement because of defiant Christians, the nomophobia strike. How angelic demonic wars in heaven are affecting weather on earth. Joseph Z. illustrated his unique insights on the whiteboard with A Revelation on the Spirit of Elijah, the Future of America. Bill Cloud brought Hebraic insight to the summit with these two messages. He is about to turn the tables over. He trains my hands for war. Mark Biltz used PowerPoint illustrations and charts to reveal Hebrew nuggets in his two teachings. Genesis mysteries from the Hebrew language. Birth pangs of the final redemption. John Kilpatrick posed the question, "The earth is speaking. Are you listening?" Plus, Jonathan Cahn expounds with a powerful message tracing the dragon's attack on Israel, and Mario Murillo hits hard with his message, "Away with the sissy false prophets." All 14 messages are now available on DVD for $95 and audio CD or USB drive for $65. This offer is also available for purchase as a digital audio download and video on demand when you visit perrystone.org. DVDs and video on demand include all PowerPoints, whiteboards, scriptures, and illustrations shown by the speakers. You'll receive over 14 hours of prophetic teaching, an investment in knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Your purchase helps Perry Stone Ministries continue a global outreach. To order, visit perrystone.org or call toll-free 1-888-21-BREAD. That's 1-888-212-7323. Or write to Perry Stone, P.O. Box 3595, Cleveland, Tennessee 37320. Include your check and the appropriate offer number. For DVDs, use offer number 25PS-DVD. For CDs, use offer number 25PS-CD. And for USB drive, use offer number 25PS-USB. If you love biblical prophecy, this could be your greatest spiritual investment in 2025. We look forward to hearing from you soon.
Searching for a message that inspires and uplifts, delivered precisely when you need it? Perry Stone offers immediate access to a vast collection of teachings grounded in God's Word. Visit perrystone.org/downloads to explore over 400 digital audio teachings in MP3 format, compatible with any device. Simply select your teaching, complete your purchase, and receive an instant download link, both on the checkout page and via email. Click Save As to store it securely, ensuring unrestricted access whenever you need it. For those who prefer video, perrystone.tv provides a dedicated video-on-demand platform featuring the latest conferences, teaching series, and Perry Stone's current manifest messages, all available instantly. This direct approach eliminates shipping fees and delays, especially beneficial for international audiences as it bypasses prolonged transit times. Plus, when making international purchases, your payment card automatically converts foreign currencies to your home currency using the exchange rate provided by the payment network, simplifying the transaction process. Whether audio or video, it's a timely, impactful word ready whenever you are.